Hi everyone, it's Angela Giles Klocke with scarsandtiaras.com, and it is 2018. Welcome to the new year. Welcome to a new season, if you will, of Alive to Thrive with scarsandtiaras.com. And I have on today my TEDx Colorado Springs t-shirt because our talks are getting ready to come out. And in fact, the first one came out today with my friend Laura Freeman, and mine is 8th, so we have a little bit to wait. But I will share it here once it's ready. But I really wanted to reflect on 2017 and what I'm doing going forward in 2018. And the reason I'm doing that here on Alive to Thrive is because, first of all, my TEDx talk is asked me about my tiara, which of course is about scars and tiaras, related to that. And so I really wanted to talk more about how last year I really got myself uncomfortable, and I actually talked about getting uncomfortable, and that's the whole point of the tiara, which you'll see in my talk. But I wanted to carry that forward with get uncomfortable into this new year, because what I did last year was really getting my feet wet and trying new things, and what I want to do this year is be much more intentional about getting uncomfortable the same way as the first time I wore my tiara out in public. I was intentional about getting uncomfortable and about going out and possibly having an uncomfortable conversation with someone, and I was intentional about the way I was doing it with the tiara atop of my head. And I want to go into this year really having more of that intentional discomfort in mind, which sounds really strange and weird, but I want to learn to be braver. I want to learn to heal more. And each of these ventures that I've gone on over the last several years, walking 1,000 miles, doing this TEDx talk, doing public speaking with Toastmasters, whatever the case may be, has been a part of my healing journey, and it's helped others. I know that's the whole point, but I have benefited as well. Each and every single project I've taken on has helped me to grow more. And the biggest thing that I'm realizing is I'm entering 2018, and I made a big decision before even coming into this year, because I did not want to carry this big decision into the next year, and we'll come to that later at another time. But I wanted to enter this year knowing that I couldn't say yes to everything. There's a whole world of things that I want to do as a survivor, as a thriving survivor, and I know that I can't do everything. I want to go volunteer at a shelter or be a CASA volunteer, and all of these things may happen in their due time, but I can't do everything at the same time. I have to parse out some of the things. I have to be, open to taking care of myself, because if all I do is pour out and pour out and pour out, there's not going to be anything left for me. So I need to take care of me first before I can take care of other people. And this is one of those self-care practices that we need to remember going forward in our healing and just in general as a person. You have to take care of yourself. You cannot pour from an empty well, as they say. So you can't say yes to everything. So as you're looking at this year and you have all of these ideas about what you want to do, I want you to really look at, where do you need to say no? And honestly, people can handle no. And I think I've talked about this before, that you can say no and people can handle it. And we build up in our minds, especially if we have lies from our past telling us that nobody will love us, we build up in our minds that people can't handle when we say no. But they really can. And you really do have to make decisions that are best for you and your family first and foremost a lot of the times, because you'll be dry. You have nothing left to give if you're empty inside. If your heart is empty, if your energy is low, if you can't sleep because you're taking care of other people, you have to take care of yourself. So you have to say no. You have to be able to say, I cannot say yes to everything. I want to do all the things, but they're going to have to take a turn. Each thing is going to have to take a turn. And I may get to the end of my life and there are things I didn't get to do, but I want to be intentional about the things I do say yes to. And in going into this year, I'm personally going to be very intentional about all of the things that I say yes to, including the things that my own ideas about projects I want to start. I want to make sure that when I'm getting on board to start these projects, that I'm a full yes in what I'm trying to do. And the reason why we need to do that, besides the self-care, is because all we're going to do is beat ourselves up when we cannot keep all of those balls in the air when we're trying to juggle everything. We're going to fall back to old habits of letting those voices of the past who told us we're worthless and stupid and ugly and can't do anything right. Those are going to start creeping back in. So we cannot give them even an inch of an open door. We have to be intentional about what we're doing. So as you're going forward in this year, be intentional about your yeses and be intentional about your nos. And remember that people can handle it. I can handle rejection on the grand scale of things. If I had not have gotten into TEDx, I could have handled that just fine. The fact that I did is super awesome and I'm really excited about it. But I would have handled it if I couldn't, because the idea is that I pushed myself and I did it, and I got uncomfortable and I did it. And this year is going to be full of ups and downs of things, ideas that I have that are going to work and ideas that are not going to work, and speaking gigs I'm going to go for and I'm not going to get, and speaking gigs I'll go for and I will get, or invitations I won't even ask for. I know that these things are going to happen. I'm open to it. I'm open to being able to say yes and to being able to say no. And I'm really, really excited about what this year holds for scarsandtiaras.com, for myself, and really for each of you, because so many of you are talking to me behind the scenes, and we're really getting to know each other, and we're getting to see where on your journey you are, where on my journey I am, and where we can marry those two together to really be a strong force for those who can't use their voices yet. I am Angela Giles Klocke. Go forth into this year saying no, saying yes where needed. Get uncomfortable. Be intentional about what you're doing. And I will see you soon with my TEDx talk. And I'm really, really excited to share it with all of you. And I just thank you for being here each and every day.